A 6-member jury instead of the standard 12 members will decide the case of accused killer Aiden Fucci. That was one of several rulings that a St. Johns County judge handed down today. Fucci is accused of killing his schoolmate Tristan Bailey in May of 2021.
News4Jax reporter Joe McLean was in today's pretrial hearing and joins us live tonight from the Duval County Jail, where Fucci has been held for the last year and a half. So, Joe, the decision on the size of the jury has to do everything with Fucci's age, is that right?
Right, because state law says that anybody who's up for a possible death penalty in what's called a capital case, that state law says that has to have a 12-member jury. But Aiden Fucci was 14 when the crime was committed, so because that takes the death penalty off the table. Juveniles can't be considered for the death penalty. So because that's off the table, the judge said a 6-member jury is acceptable. And that was just one of several motions that were decided today. Most of them focused on what should and should not be shown to the jury during trial. Fucci's lawyer said certain pieces of evidence aren't relevant to the killing and would unfairly influence the jury's opinion. Now, for example, Fucci's lawyer only wanted the jury to see the autopsy photos that contain the lethal wounds, that are showing the lethal wounds specifically, arguing that those are the only wounds that are relevant to the charge of murder. However, Bailey suffered 114 wounds, 108 of which were considered non-lethal. Now, the medical examiner told the state that 108 non-lethal wounds would be lethal if suffered collectively. So the judge ruled that the autopsy photos could be shown to the jury. He also ruled that Fucci's collection of knives that were found in his home is not relevant to the case. There were only 2 knives that are relevant to the case, those that were reported to be on his person, including the murder weapon. That is admissible. Now, a collection of disturbing drawings that were found in Fucci's room will also not be introduced into evidence. And the contents of 6 different cell phones will also be, basically the judge tabled that decision, saying the relevance of those contents of those phones will be decided at trial. Finally, Fucci's lawyers has been trying to interview 3 different people, including 2 teens. Now, the 3 people were not willing to provide information to the state. Now, the state asked the judge, can we depose these 3 people? The judge allowed the deposition of the adult, but said, I'm going to hold off on compelling the testimony of these teens until absolutely necessary. So what comes next here? Well, the jury selection begins on February 6th, and obviously with a 6-member jury instead of a 12-member, that part of the process is expected to obviously go a little bit faster. Reporting live, I'm Joe McLean, Channel 4, the local station.